Previously on
Protect the princess!
The girl peered down onto the castle town from the balcony and saw the streets engulfed in flames.
Beautiful. The town's just glowing.
After her sarcastic soliloquy, the girl noticed something as she left her seat. Girl 2, all bloodied up. Damn! This girl. She looks ice cold. Killer, yeah. Another girl stood at the entrance from where the first had entered. The hem of Mari's cloak was dyed from black to damp crimson with her victim's blood. No reason, no rush.
No rush? If you didn't notice, everything on fire.
Was I calling her sane? My bad on that. I think that's Sean, right? Yeah. Anyway, Sean. Oh, yeah, voice.
Coco? Coco! Can you hear me? Oh, Sean, yes, I can hear you. How are things on your end? They're all dead yet?
I flooded and sealed the first, second, and the third floors with my mana. So yeah, they're all dead. And unless they're reinforced and start raining from the sky, there's no way for them to breach the gate to the keep. But get a load of this! I just finished offing these two guys, right? Seriously, they were total pushovers, you know what I'm saying? I think I get more of the thrill from killing these snoozers in my sleep.
Says the person who volunteered to guard the rear. If you wanted action, you should have taken the lead.
So, how are things going on your end?
Fine, change the topic. That reminds me, you got some explaining to do, Sean. You said that the princess was in the Sky Terrace, but she's not here.
Huh? She has to be there. If you checked the balcony already, then scour the place until you find her. Damn!
I already know. Alright, I'm gonna be sore from all of this tomorrow.
A thorough sweep of the terrace wouldn't kill you, Yannin.
Says you, son. God, why don't you come up here instead?
Hey, stop wasting time and get going, Coco. Finish it already, yeah!
Lay off, bitch.
Hold on, Sean is the girl. Okay, my bad. I gotta admit, knocking out these nations off the foundation took a lot less effort than I imagined, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. The indestructible reputation of Rising High just didn't live up to reality. Some symbol of Minecrafters Alliance, huh?
The fact that Mistress Mulatto took on activate role in the attack probably had a lot to do with how easy it was, you know what I'm saying? If I had to guess, who the fuck cares, right? The mistress is so unorthodox. I have no idea what she's thinking doing this.
I have some faith, Sean. It's not like Mistress Mulatto could have done this on her own without us.
Actually, I personally think that, she could have single-handedly destroyed the Rising High without us, no? If I had to describe the mistress in one word, it'd be shrewd, you know what I'm saying?
You got a point.
Alright then, I'm gonna go secure and seal the remaining floors right now. I hope you find a target soon. Sean out!
Coco? Out? Mistress Mari and Sean make everything sound so simple. Am I the only one who feels a little worried now? Killjoys. Both of them. I was doing just fine without them too.
As Coco turned to make her way back to the Sky Terrace, Way! A flash of light shot out the corner of the east wing. Coco reacted a moment too late.
What?
The head of the Coco staff was sliced clean off. Wait?
My staff!
Coco's staff was made of a lightweight alloy. No, not especially known for its durability, but still metallic. The edge of the common sword might nick it, but anything shorter would have even leave a mark. Coco's eyes were focused on the weapon's tip of it passed by her head, digging its way into a stone wall before coming to a full stop.
An invisible knife?
An ice dagger? A mana crab knife? Coco thought through the possibilities. Whatever type it was, she realized assessing her assailant took precedence.
Who goes there? Show yourself!
Oi! She's one of yeah, she's one of the girl, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, yeah. Out of the darkness and into the light emerged yet another girl. A servant to a royals, Coco thought. She wore a purple cloak over a tricolor tunic, both made from fine silk. However, what immediately drew Coco's attention was not the quality of the girl's clothes, but the crest which shimmered around the collar of her cloak. The crest represented her rank in a mana craveter's alliance.
A dual craveter?
The fact that the girl couldn't have been older than 20. She kinda looks older than 20, yeah. Anyway, shocked Coco more than the translucent knife that had been flung at her. Ritona, Regan Vahasta, Ritona R. Sorry, girl, I cannot pronounce that name. Anyway, moving on. Coco didn't know it, but Ritona R was royal guardian to Princess Selphine Rusinghyde.
Where were you hiding this whole time?
Oh, Ritona's voice. What are you after? What do you seek, my lady? Asked Ritona, having intentionally ignored Coco's question. Knowing that she would not receive a satisfactory reply, Ritona concluded that learning any information regarding the enemy's objective was of the utmost importance.
Seek, my lady? You got it all wrong. Listen, we haven't got a plan. We're only here to brighten Rosenheim up. Literally. Now, whether or not we decide to set you on fire is completely up to us. Got it? You're all at our mercy. We're in control now. If you want to live, then you better live it up and tell us everything we want to know. If you don't talk, I'll kill you. Simple as that.
Very well.
And judging by your attire, I'm gonna guess you're a servant around here, right? You wouldn't happen to know where Selphine is, would you?
I do know where she is.
You do? Great. Let's do this then. You tell me where she is, and I promise to spare you.
You will. And if I refuse?
Well, obviously. You don't tell me, then I'll kill you. Duh. Aren't my demands pretty simple and motivational? Are you trying to get on my bad side or something? Has the smoke got to your head? Is your brain too fried to comprehend the situation here? I'm starting to lose my patience with you. The next thing out of your mouth better be Selphie's location or...
Princess.
What?
You shall address my lady as Princess Selphine, you disrespectful child! The inferno blazing in Ritona's eyes melted away her cool and collected demeanor. I do not know what is you seek to gain from committing regicide, but you shall submit yourself before common courtesy and address the Princess of Rusinghide by her proper title. Your utter disregard for my lady's official title is evidence enough of your lack of morality.
Huh?
The time for talk is over. Duel me. That is the only way you imbeciles know how to conduct yourselves. You will learn common courtesy after I've thoroughly disciplined you.
Didn't you hear a single word I said? You think you can duel me? You think you can beat me? Are you out of your mind? Who cares if you are dull, Cravator? You can't beat me. Your stupid matter Cravator rank in the Alliance doesn't mean a damn thing where I'm from.
On guard. In an instant, both mana Cravitors began gathering their purified mana.
Ah!
Two ethereal orbs of light slowly materialized and revolved around Ritona, causing Coco to stare and owl. They began augmenting their mana with the surrounding mana, preparing for battle gravity. Gradually, a torrential mix of color mana began revolving around Ritona. Ritona had initiated the incantation intervals, which gathers together both colored and purified mana. This resulted in an already overwhelming display of her mastery of Pyro and Terra Manacraft. Or so Coco had originally thought. What materialized from Ritona's extravagant display of colored and purified mana was a translucent blade weapon, which most Pyro and Terra dual Cravitors can create if they are inclined to melee attacks.
You got my hopes up with a pretty light show, and that sword's all you have to show for it?
However, it was no ordinary blade.
A glass? It's a glass sword? Are you out of your mind?
What of it?
You're nothing but a glass Cravator. Do you have a death wish or something? You really think you can defeat me with that brittle blade?
Enough chatter, child. Let us commence our duel.
Keep it up, you big bitch. Can't you, or just keep it up? Call me a child one more time. I dare you. I double dare you. You think you can stop me, Glass Cravator? Is that what you think? Well, you're dead wrong.
As Coco concluded her declaration, she slammed the tip of her staff twice into the ground, causing a glowing triangle to emerge at the base of Ritona's feet. Huh? She's casting a ranged mana craft instead of engaging me in a melee combat?
I'll make you passing as painful as possible.
Arise. Huh?
Triangle incineration!
Sounds covered the east wing, followed by pillars of fire shooting from the glowing triangle to the ceiling. Sluggish.
Huh?
Ritona escaped the trap, landing squarely behind Coco while running the tip of the sword along her back. Coco reacted in an instant, leaning forward while kicking hard at the ground to move away from Ritona. After landing at safe distance, Coco quickly assisted her wound, but...
Where is it? What the...
The wound was nowhere to be seen. The agonizing sensation of sharp glass craving through her back gradually dulled and dissipated. What?
How did you?
Coco realized then how the wound had vanished. At first glance, Ritona's sword would only appear to be made from glass, but it was, in fact, a lethal weapon of unusual craft. This glass sword is actually crafted from Transidian ore. It's often mistaken for plain glass.
A Transidian sword?
An ore capable of creating the sharpest edge known to humankind.
It really did. But it's almost impossible to forge. Refining the ore without breaking is impossible.
But it can be done. My mastery of Pyro and Terra Mana Grab allow for the creation of Transidian weapons. Through it takes some time. Though, I mean...
What? Why would you bother crafting a sword out of Transidian at all? Don't you think forging a sword out of an alloy would have been easier?
What difference does material make, so long as the resulting edged weapon serves its purpose?
That's your reasoning for crafting some weird double-edged weapon? In fact, why are you even killing me with a sword? It makes no sense!
You're a little slow on an uptake, aren't you? My Battle Gravity Fort is in melee combat. Ritona leaps in an instant!
Huh?
Coco knew she would be outmatched in melee combat, so she tried to gain distance over Ritona.
Arise, my shadow soldiers!
Coco slammed the tip of her staff into the ground once more. Oi! The shadow from the staff stretched to the nearest wall, from whence shadowy warriors began to merge. Huh? Coco summoned forth 4 of her shadow soldiers. They quickly surrounded and trapped Ritona, leaving her no room to escape. This girl can summon shadow soldiers? The very same ones that attack our castle?
Be careful! She's a slippery one. Cut her down before she uses that sword on you. And make sure she doesn't come anywhere near me.
Coco raised her staff again, spreading a glowing wave of mana into the air. The glowing halo of mana wafted towards and encircled the 4 shadow soldiers.
May my wisdom of Pyro and Terra craft unbreakable chains.
Ooh! Slam! Coco's staff made contact with the ground once more, and the halo mana materialized into a steel chain. How can she create and manipulate that chain from a distance?
I need to seal her movements.
With a single stroke of her finger, Coco's shadow soldiers attempted to contain and maim Ritona.
Wait! Whoa!
Regardless of her entrapment, she continued to bob and weave between the countless swings of the shadow soldiers and throw long swords.
I've got her now!
Clink, clink. Coco's steel chain fell over her shadow soldiers, and they used it to bind and trap Ritona.
Ooh! Huh? There is no escape this time. I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
Coco and the shadow soldiers closed in on the now chained Ritona, clasping hands to one another in the shape of the pentagram. And then,
arise.
Coco's staff and the shadow soldiers' black swords simultaneously struck the ground at 5 points, and holy shit, the animation's so great! From those 5 points, a glowing pentagram formed on the ground where Ritona stood.
Pentagram incineration!
Wait! Another pillar shot towards the ceiling in a flash, while a triangle was scorched into the stone ceiling from Coco's first attack. This attack punched the pentagram-shaped hole straight through the ceiling, revealing a full moon floating in the night sky.
Woohoo! I burned that bitch to a crisp! What's the matter with you all? It's time to celebrate?
Coco's shadow soldiers had ceased to respond to their master's beckoning, throwing Coco into confusion.
Huh?
Whoa! Never forget this sensation.
Who?
For this sensation surpasses that of steel. Spoke a voice as Coco's shadow soldiers dispersed. Yet again, Ritona had escaped Coco's trap and made her way around Coco's back. Coco was once more at Ritona's mercy, as she now found herself with tip of the Transcendent sword pressed against her neck. Even when lightly pressed against skin, the sensation of flesh being slowly flayed was evident from Coco's grimace.
That's not fair. Glass can't cut through steel. It just can't.
Something about you doesn't add up. Your skill is conventional combative manacraft, but those very skills are unsuited for you.
Huh?
Your first attack was powerful enough to scorch stone, and your second attack was far surpassed the first, blasting straight through the mortal. But the incantation intervals for both manacrafts was too costly. I could have defeated you easily in the time you took twice.
Oh!
Thus, your ranged manacraft was insufficient in a duel that called for ranged.
I don't need your stupid lecture.
Coco clung desperately to her staff, bearing the immense pain of Ritona's Transcendent sword against her neck.
Why, when I was so close to achieving our objective, did I encounter this bitch?
Very well. Your life is in my hands, but I do not wish to spill your blood. I detest using force as a means of resolution. I only desire dialogue to end this needless bloodshed. The pain Coco felt from the sword diminished.
Dialogue?
Coco reacted to Ritona's ultimatum with disgust, but in an instant,
You're something else, you know that?
Coco reacted to a conclusion regarding her opponent. She realized that Ritona would ultimately choose not to kill her, which brought her a dark delight.
You're a riot!
Coco sneered and launched the tip of her staff down towards Ritona's foot.
What?
Huh?
What kind of idiot would want dialogue with the people who massacred her people? Oh, I know who would. You!
Indeed. Compassion had no place on the battlefield, even from a citizen of a kingdom renowned for pursuing pacifism. Even Ritona was well aware of this paradox. She knew she could be forced to take her foes ahead. Ritona resisted, even struggled against the impulse to kill Coco. It was very impulse that set Coco and Ritona apart. Coco was capable of committing murder without a hint of hesitation. You cannot defeat me, child. Your provocation fall on deaf ears. The only idiot here is the one who's still struggling when there's a sword pressed against her throat. Ritona struggled against the concept of executing the child. She even struggled against the concept of this child committing mass murder without a shred of hesitance. The concept of a child soldier was foreign to Ritona, who didn't know how fortunate she was to be born and raised in a peaceful kingdom. To Coco, Ritona's mercy was a childish ideal to pursue on the battlefield. It was kill or be killed.
It feels like I'm talking to a wall. Your mercy makes no sense to me. Do you know how many of your people I've slaughtered tonight? And you want to settle this peacefully? Through dialogue? How naive can you be? Is it so wrong to take a life? If it means protecting someone you can't live without. Well, is it so wrong? We're not so different, you and I. I know you'd kill to protect your precious princess.
Huh? Ritona gave no retort. She was apprehensive at the very aspect of agreeing with Coco's creed. It wasn't like Ritona to be rattled by words so. In fact, Ritona was shocked in speechlessness, followed by a disquieting silence that befell the chamber. Ritona had never let an opponent's words affected her to the point of speechlessness. The unnatural silence that filled the air felt almost organic, as if produced to conceal a shadow which found itself directly behind Ritona. Oh shit, what? Crafted Crusher. Huh? Ritona's Transidian sword, reliable through her duel, was suddenly reduced to microscopic fragments. My sword is shattered from the mana instability. I should have been able to detect this.
Case in point. This is my faithful partner, Mistress Mari. We'd kill to protect each other. Oh shit! This girl!
Mari greeted Ritona with her signature hand wave. Create more shadow soldiers yet?
I will now.
I warned you that you would need those 150 shadow soldiers. Create studier shadow soldiers.
I shall, Mistress Mari.
What did you do to my sword? Broke it with Gravity Crusher. You can't do that? Manacraft disabilitation and nullification. But how? It should be an impassable feat. Normally, a great deal of time and mana will be dedicated to such a thing. Mari's ability allows her to bypass that altogether.
I wouldn't try to understand how the mistress ability came to be. You got more important things to worry about. Just know that the incantation interval doesn't apply to any of the mistress mana craft. But for the rest of us, it does.
Oh shit. That just can't be true. It's impossible. Ritona ignored Coco's advice and tried to make sense of it. Despite Coco's firepower, the incantation interval requires for each cast left her at a disadvantage when dueling. However, Coco's partner ensures absolute defense. They are the perfect sword and shield. The table had turned for Ritona. Oh god. Because of the time she spent demanding Coco's surrender, Ritona's pursuit for compassion had betrayed her in return. Forget me, my lady. Stay low to the ground. Okay. Hey, you were there? With a wave of Ritona's hand and the hidden glass wall in front of a chamber gable fractured, then shattered. Yeah. The sound of glass fragments was audible within the chamber, as light reflected off the glass and illuminate the east wing. Princess Selphine, who had been hidden there the whole time, stepped out from the gable and into the blinding light.
It's really Selphine!
Coco immediately raises her staff and began casting an offensive mana craft. However, Ritona had already reached Selphine's side by the time Coco raised her staff. Speedy.
Why is the mana around her steering so restlessly?
Incantation. Interval?
Wait, why is she even bothering to use battle gravity?
1,000 pardons, my lady, but please close your eyes, just for a brief moment. Huh? Wind slowly gathered into the raging vortex, enveloping both Ritona and Selphine. Coco, get away from there now. The east wing was illuminated with a blinding bright light once more. It wasn't the
Transidian battlecraft she cast before?
The light dispersed, revealing everything once again, except for...
Mistress? What happened?